Hobson, and welcome to the Empowered Life webinar series. I'd like to talk to you today about traveling with your essential oils. I do a lot of travel, and people always ask me, first off, what do you bring with you? And can you get them through the security checkpoints on the plane? Well, first off, I just want to let you know that traveling means literally getting out of your house. So we often carry oils with us in a little pouch or a little sack just to run to the grocery store or have a play date with our child, because you always want to have your favorite blends and oils on you. But let's talk about security checkpoints, and let's talk about getting on planes for a minute. Yes, you can bring your oils through the security checkpoint. You're allowed to travel with anything smaller than 3 ounces on the airplane. So as long as you've got these bottles and they fit in a little 8-ounce bag, you're totally okay. Now, I have brought an entire Every Oil kit with me before, and I anticipated getting stopped at security, and I was. All they will do is open up your kit, open up each bottle or test a few of the bottles, and you should be fine. You are allowed to travel with things that are for a medical purpose. Now, when you leave your house in the morning, I suggest that you travel with oils that are going to help you support your immune system, and those oils that I call emergency oils in case anything happens. So I'm never leaving my house without Digest Zen, past tense, On Guard, and I love to travel with lemon too. It's so detoxifying. It also is amazing for emotional support. So when I'm on a plane, one of the tricks that I usually do is take a drop of lemon or wild orange and just touch the top of the air vent, and then you've got like your own little diffuser happening on the airplane. You are never in your natural environment when you're traveling, so you might have food that you're not used to eating, you might have ingredients that you're not used to ingesting. It's always a good idea to have some Terrazyme, some of these digestive enzymes on you, as well as the Digest Zen blend, which helps ease your digestive system and gives you relief if you have any problems. Peppermint is not a bad oil to travel with either. It does the same idea with the tummy, but it's also amazing if you're feeling overheated or you're having any neck or head tension. When I'm traveling, I'm usually dealing with issues of going into multiple time zones. Sometimes I have jet lag, and I need to have oils that are very relaxing and calming and grounding, and that are going to help me acclimate to my environment and give me the most supportive night's rest. So my favorite choices are oils like Serenity Blend, Peace, Roman Chamomile, Vetiver. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have all of these every single night, although I will say that I usually use all of them. And I'll use Roman Chamomile White, just dropping a little drop on my upper lip so I can smell it, and mixing that with my Serenity Blend in my diffuser. Sometimes I add a little extra ylang ylang or rub it on my wrists. And Vetiver is an oil I use pretty much every night on the bottoms of my feet. Since you're only permitted to travel with a small bag of liquids on the plane, when I travel, I will actually purchase the sample-sized toothpaste samples and the shampoo and the conditioner. Bringing 1 or 2 of them and a couple toothpastes on the trip is totally fine, and they sneak really easily into your travel bag. I love carrying my own toothpaste with me, but sometimes that tube is a little bit too big, so I can just slip a little sample vial into my purse, and having the peppermint beadlets on you is never a bad idea too. One of the things that happens when I travel is my body gets a little bit more inflamed than it normally is. I have a little bit more fluid retention going on in my body. I might feel a little uncomfortable around my joints, or there might be some ankle swelling. So Aroma Touch is one of my favorite blends. It's got marjoram in there, and it is what we call our massage blend, and I often rub it all over my neck, on the bottom of my feet, and also on my tummy to just get the system moving and running the way that it should. Grapefruit, which is also in our Aroma Touch blend, is an oil that I like to carry when I travel. When I'm served water on the plane, or if I just carry the grapefruit in my purse and grab a bottle of water, putting a little drop of grapefruit into your water is fantastic to help with, again, your digestive system and also any extra fluid that you might be carrying in your body. Slim and Sassy is also another perfect. So you guys can see that I travel with at least 3 or 40 of my favorite oils every single time I leave the house. But as far as digestive support and moving things along in your tummy and fluids moving in your body, Grapefruit, Slim and Sassy, Digestion are absolutely my absolute top 3. So I also love oils that are going to support my body emotionally when I travel. And we all know that there is a connection between our mind and our gut and our brain, right? And when we have a happy mind and a peaceful mind and we're feeling really grounded, all of our systems seem to work in check. So some of my favorites are wild orange, cheer, citrus bliss. Absolutely love the citrusy, yummy smelling oils. And my favorite thing to do these days is to take a drop of frankincense, which has a warmer, deeper tone, and mix it with an oil like wild orange or citrus bliss, which has a lighter, more citrusy tone, and add that to a few drops of coconut oil and use it as a body lotion. So I love the smell of frankincense with anything, but frankincense with wild orange and lavender, or frankincense with citrus bliss and lavender is the perfect combination. I also travel with oils like Peace or Forgive. In fact, I usually take my entire emotional aromatherapy kit with me. It's nice to have that warm, cozy blanket of oils wrapped around me when I'm away from my home environment. If you're traveling and you are not limited to the size of your containers, you can bring your skincare with you as well. Virage is my favorite skincare option. I, on a daily basis, use the cleanser, the toner, the anti-aging serum, and the moisturizer. And I even add a couple of extra drops of Immortelle blend, roll-on blend, and our new brightening gel and eye cream to that as well. Now, I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, Haley, you've just given me like 50 products to travel with, and what if I just needed to bring or wanted to bring my top 5? What would they be? Well, I tell you that would be a hard decision for me to make, but I would probably bring something for my immune system, maybe On Guard. I'd bring something for well-being and groundedness, probably balance. I'd bring something for a really great night's sleep, probably Serenity. I'd bring something for my digestive system, maybe Digestin, and then I wouldn't leave the house without frankincense. I also never travel without my daily supplement routine. So you can pack literally all your bottles, or you can get little sacks where you can put a one-day supply morning and evening in your little sack. And I always travel with my Lifelong Vitality Pack, as I mentioned before, my digestive enzymes, PB Assist, which is a daily probiotic, and then I travel with my bone nutrient, my Mito2 Max, and my DDR Prime as well. So doTERRA supplements are a natural part of my daily regime. There's no way I would leave the house without any of my supplements. There's so many different options on how to carry your oils around. You can get little cases that carry 8 to 10 roller balls. You can get little cases that carry 10 5-milliliter sizes. You can get little sacks that carry 10 15-milliliter sizes. I'm a big fan of placing the Family Essentials kit and the Aroma Touch kit on my monthly order every once in a while so that I have more 5-milliliter bottles that are easy to travel with, and that way I can travel with more than 10 oils. So enjoy shopping and enjoy finding those cute little sacks. Totally safe to get on planes, totally convenient, and totally necessary to have all of your favorite 50 plus products with you when you travel as well.